Hey friends, I am going to try to make this short, but I feel like I have a lot that I want to say. Um, I don't know if you saw the pictures that I put up earlier of the clinic that I'm at right now, but um, it's been a really good first few days at the trip. I'm only like 3 days in, so we've got a ways to go here. But I just want to let you guys know. So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was my flight day. They were some of the worst pain days I've had in a really long time. And it wasn't even like as a result of the flying. I woke up Saturday morning before even leaving home and I was in a lot of pain. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go through the airport like this. Like, I didn't, well, didn't look like it was going to be fun. Thankfully, the Southwest people were amazing, and they were very cognizant of that fact, and they were really doing what they could to take care of me. So that was awesome. Sunday, I was like laid out in bed all day in my hotel room. Here behind me, my hotel room, just in a ton of pain, and there's a lot that goes on in your mind when you're in like that much pain. I didn't sleep at night because I was hurting and all of that, and there's just a lot that goes on. But I did make it to the clinic. I was worried. I was nervous. Like, how am I going to get up early in the morning? I had to be there at 8 o'clock Monday morning, which is 6 o'clock Pacific time, which is that much more difficult when your body's in a ton of pain, and mostly, like, usually that pain is the worst in the morning. But I made it, and I have to tell you guys, now my body does often, like, it changes a lot, so I do watch long term, but I have to tell you that today is Wednesday, and I feel better today than I have so far. Like in these last several, I've been watching as I gradually feel better and better each day. And that is in conjunction, like over the weekend, I raised my prednisone dose, which is the steroid drug that I really want to get off that makes me feel better even though I'm not. I raised it a lot to help me like function. And since then, I've been lowering that back to where I was before while also feeling better than I was. So that's really good. It's been a really good experience here so far. I'm really blown away by the doctors and the staff and their heart, their spirit, like just full of love, full of compassion, full of let's make this time for our patients like the best time it can possibly be. Just an amazing place. So you can tell in everything, and everything is thought through. Everything is done with care. And I've really liked it a lot. So one thing that I'm excited about is we're healing my digestion, because blood tests and stuff showed that I haven't been assimilating fats and proteins, which could explain the fact that I'm only 120 pounds. So I'm excited to hopefully be gaining weight. That'd be amazing. But one thing that I wanted to just share with you guys quickly, there's a verse that Corey brought freshly to mind in her own writings and stuff lately, and it's in, I want to say, one of the Peters that talks about how Satan is like a roaring lion and he prowls around looking for whoever he can devour. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, just like going through some major stuff, both like over the weekend with my pain, but also last week, just some mental, emotional things. And I feel like we tend to look at the bad things that happen to us in our lives as the way that he's trying to devour us. And like, finances going haywire, health going haywire, whatever, like all of that is a way of him devouring us. And I wonder if it's not. I really feel like him devouring us is when in the middle of those things, we start to say things like, oh gosh, how could I have let this happen? What kind of a man am I? What kind of a husband am I? What kind of a father am I to let this happen? What kind of a Christian am I? How could I do this again? Or there's no way that I could offer this kind of value to the world if I'm still struggling with this other thing. Or there's no way that I could pray for somebody to be healed if my body is sick. And I've been thinking about that a lot, like when I was in bed over the weekend. Like, that amount of pain makes you start to think, oh, I'm never gonna get over this. And as soon as we embrace the hopelessness, as soon as we embrace something less than a promise of Jesus, and we start to abandon our identity as a son or a daughter of the King, who is victorious in all things, that's when we start getting devoured. And so I'm just learning fresh for myself, like, to not let whatever the struggle is tell us that we can't do whatever the dream is or whatever the goal is, to tell us that we are not worth something, to tell us that we're not able to do something, because that's devouring us. That's swallowing us up and making us disappear. So don't disappear in the middle of hardship, please. You are good, you're strong, and Jesus loves you. Thank you for joining me here. I'll let you know more about how it's going as time goes on. All right, friends.